5 on your sideline, sponsored by Universal Windows Direct.
Welcome into 5 on your sideline. I'm Corey Miller, and it felt like the playoffs out there tonight, didn't it, Annie?
It absolutely did.
A little bit of chill in the air that comes with postseason football.
I couldn't said it better myself, Corey. I'm Annie Kroll, and it is definitely time for some district semifinal week around St. Louis, and with teams fighting to keep their seasons alive. Corey, we had some crazy matchups. Will you kick off the highlights?
Let's do it. All right, big-time playoff battle in Kirkwood. The Pioneers hosting Francis Howell. First up, the big Kirkwood connection. Owen Neslich to Jacob Eberhardt. He finds his way into the end zone. That's a Pioneer touchdown. Lots of interceptions in this game. Here's one of them. Dalen Dalton gonna wrestle the ball away. Coach Macklin doesn't exactly agree. It's a Viking pick nonetheless. Later on, Neslich to Larry Robinson Jr. That goes all the way home. Kirkwood on top. How about one more interception for good measure? Great shot by photographer Clark Bowen. Great catch from Kirkwood's Evan Marion. Pioneers win big, 42-14. Annie.
Well, how about after Lafayette claimed their third consecutive Class 5 girls volleyball championship yesterday? Football team trying to get a win against Rockwood Summit. Lafayette senior Robbie Preckle is going to shoulder one, and then a second defender to get the touchdown. That's pretty. But how about Rockwood quarterback Blaine Branscombe launching to Blake Bell, and he says, how about you get off me right there on the sideline? Then an almost blocked punt by Lafayette special teams turns into probably the best play of the night. You think it's going to be a punt return? No, it's not. A crazy short kick is grabbed by Lancers Drew Osterman, who runs it in for the end zone. Ooh, that's a good 6. Lancers get the big win, 49-7.
Fun matchup here in Class 5. Ladue at Hazelwood East. Rams attack first. Robert McIntosh rolls out. He's going to find Evan Villa right at the goal line. He gets in for a touchdown. Hazelwood East turn next. Arif Shakur. A lot of highlights from him this year. He's going to take the ball and then take it into the end zone. 40 yards. We got a tie ball game early on. Later on, the Spartans would keep it on the ground, and this time it's Terrence Little. He's going in for the 7-yard score. Hazelwood East goes on to roll into the district final with a 43-16 victory over Ladue.
Should be a fun matchup, but how about Pink Out versus Despicable Me Minion Night? I mean, Eureka hosting Washington Friday to make to the district championship next week. This one connects. Ryan Kassabaum rolls out, and then it's going to be Washington QB gets that one. Then Washington gets the interception. Unfortunate time, because then it's going to have to be the Blue Jays don't waste that interception. Jacob Bina catch, and then 6 points, tiptoe in for the touchdown, but Holbelman has his chance to redeem himself, finds Craig Ringy over the middle, and it's going to be a big run right here by Trevor Kodak with Eureka, who is just going to be barely short of the end zone, and Eureka came up short overall because it's Washington who gets a huge upset by 1 point, 14-13.
Wow, that is definitely the stunner of the night there in Eureka. Over to CBC, where the Cadets have state title dreams. They had to face Marquette tonight. First up is the USC commit doing work. Corey Sims takes the pass, shoots through the defense, 6-0 CBC. Later on, McClellan to Reed. That's a good connection. And then we just get to watch him do the rest. He wiggles out of tackles, mystifies the defense, gallops all the way for a long touchdown for the Cadets. Oof. CBC gets a big win over Marquette, 48-0.
Tough shutout, but how about a rivalry matchup in the playoffs? You gotta love it. Zumwalt West at Zumwalt North. Second quarter, North's Lucas Newcomb on the keeper and bulldozes his way into the touchdown. That's gonna be good. Now, how about later on? Check out this grab from Zumwalt West. Garrett Dixon, wow, one heck of a catch. But how about they finish that drive on this tough touchdown run from Jyrene Green, West on top. That is gonna be a good one. But another West touchdown on this play. It's Clayton O'Brien to Peyton Rasmussen, who hauls it in for 6. This was a barn burner till the end, but Zumwalt West ends up holding on for the 35-31, barely gets the win to advance in the playoffs.
Oh, they're going to be talking about that one at school. Union on the road at undefeated Gateway STEM. The Jaguars have only allowed 35 points all season. Big offensive play here. Marquise Sutherland puts it up. LaRon Spencer hauls it in. Just gets tripped up. He knows he almost had a touchdown. Jags forced backwards due to some penalties. Sutherland throws it up again. This time it's Union's Colton Floaty on the receiving end. He's going the other way with it. Jags would get it back. I got to show you this juke from Anthony Rayner. Look at this coming up. Here it comes, here it comes. Whoop!
Filthy.
That's a cut, folks. Gateway hangs on for a 14-13 win to stay unbeaten.
Another 14-13. MICDS on the road at Chaminade. MICDS is going to be driving. They try a little trickery here, but the Red Devils are having absolutely none of it. Miles Lowe comes up with a big hit for Chaminade. No big hit on the next play, though. Brian Gald evades the defense, gets to the outside, and gets in for 6 points for MICDS. Just before the half, Chaminade driving, trying to tie it up, but a host of Rams are having some other plans. Watch this. That's a huge sack. MICDS rolls on the road to the playoff victory, 48-14.
Hey, we got more high school action tomorrow on the Illinois side. Here's a look at all of our local teams in action on Saturday. Undefeated Breeze Central's trying to stay perfect, and Cahokia and Waterloo, they're going to match up in an all-Metro East battle in round 2. Hey, we had a wild finish at the Missouri State Cross Country meet today. Bella Navarro-Sanchez from Liberty High School in Wentzville, you see her there in the red uniform. She's going to hang on to edge her way to a state championship in Class 5, and guess what? Turns out she won by 1/10 of a second. It literally cannot get any closer than that.
Photo finish, Corey?
Yes.
Probably. How often do you get to have a walk-off home run and a no-hitter in the same game? It's probably rare, but how about doing it to win state? Practically impossible, yet it wasn't for Lafayette High School, who decided to get their 9th state softball title in style. This is a finale you cannot get tired of watching. Riley Mulligan steps up to the plate in extra innings. That is absolutely gone in left field. Saturday's win for the Lancers sweetens the deal on a season of deep playoff runs for most of their Wildwood teams. Not letting that pressure get to her was Mizzou commit Abby Carr, tacked on a no-hitter to beat Rockbridge 3-0 for the Missouri title.
My goal was to stay calm. My emotions were high the whole game, so keeping my heart rate low and keeping my emotions low helped as well. Just staying calm in the moment.
We call her a unicorn because she is just a magical human being that is unknown to this earth. To have somebody with that skill level and also just be genuinely a great human being is such an amazing thing to have on a team.
After the break, I will introduce you to a local pole vaulter who has launched his way into the world record books. We'll be right back. In just about any sport you can think of, there is a St. Louis area athlete who is excelling. That's definitely true for the sport of pole vault, where one teenager has already etched his name into the world record books.
It takes a special set of skills to become a star in the pole vault. That's why Edwardsville freshman Parker Owens spends many of his nights honing his skills here at Pole Vault STL.
There's just so many tiny little variables, like to every jump, that changes it so much, like the pole and how far you're running from and how hard you're swinging, and there's just so many little things that can completely change and ruin or make a vault great.
At just 14 years old, Parker is already a pole vaulting prodigy. In late October at a meet in Joliet, Owens attempted and completed a vault of 16 feet, 3 inches. That height? Oh, just a world record for his age.
In the weeks coming up, for probably 2 weeks, I jumped at probably 20 or 30 16-foot bars, and I never made one of them. I had fought through that moment probably 100 times before, and I thought I was going to be so nervous, but when I got to that third attempt, I wasn't really nervous at all, man. It was awesome.
Even more fitting, Owens completed the feat dressed up as the greatest pole vaulter of all time, Armand Duplantis.
He's my hero. It's who I strive to be every day, who I come here and I work every week to be like. But we actually had to end up making our own uniform because we couldn't find it anywhere. And it was amazing. I jumped in it, we made our own costume, and then he commented on one of the posts. It was really cool.
And yes, Owens has Olympic dreams of his own, and with one world record already under his belt, he's well on his way.
I think every track and field athlete has Olympic dreams. I think that's where they all want to be.
College hoops tonight. Collinsville's Rayshawn Taylor and SIUE up in Champaign as the Fighting Illini honored their Elite Eight team of this past March. Taylor with the three-pointer right there. That kept things close early, but these new-look Illini have some talent. Tomislav Ivasic. That's good from deep. He had a team-high 18. Then there's the freshman Will Riley. He's going to get a 4-point play out of that. Illini roll big tonight over SIUE 90-58. Mizzou Hoops home opener. They tried to end their 20-game losing streak tonight against Howard. A little bit too close for comfort at times. Aiden Shaw, that's a slam. Tigers pulling away a little bit in the second half. Mizzou would pull away for good. The Tigers were only 3 for 22 from 3 tonight, but Tamar Bates got that one to go. Missouri beats Howard 77-62 for their first win since December 30th of last year. Hallelujah.
Corey, you're probably excited about that one, but the Missouri Tigers are the number 24 team in the country according to the College Football Playoff Committee, but this week's test against Oklahoma has gotten even tougher. Brady Cook has officially been ruled out with his hand and ankle injuries for tomorrow's game against rival Oklahoma. Big announcement today. It will be Drew Pine time again for Mizzou. Pine threw 3 picks against Alabama last game.
Look, quarterback is not a position without errors, and we've all had tough days at that position, but we have confidence in Drew, and Drew's practiced well, and our team's behind him.
Even though no Brady Cook, I know Como's going to be rocking tomorrow night for that one.
You are going to be there, and it's going to be great, Corey.
I am excited to see Oklahoma-Mizzou renew their rivalry. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Let's go.
All right, that'll do it for 5 on your sideline tonight. For Andy Kroll, I'm Corey Miller. Have a great night, St. Louis.
Five on your sideline, sponsored by Universal Windows Direct.